Man, it's been a long goddamn time, bruh.
We are
Yes,
sorry
sir.
for the delay. We
Yeah.
know it's been a long time. Sorry for the wait, but we are
It's been a
back.
minute.
We have been going through trials and tribulations, but we have made it through them. We are all still together, safe and sound. Shout out to the big God upstairs for
Oh
making
yeah,
us all be here
for sure.
together. You know what I'm saying? We have took some losses, some tremendous losses, but we are definitely blessed to all still be here today. We have some amazing guests joining us today.
Oh yeah.
I want to give each of these special women a very special introduction. Um, Start off to my left with my sister cousin, uh, the special, the most world renowned nail tech, soon to be to the stars, Asia Day. You know what I'm saying?
How y'all doing?
If y'all are from our city, y'all definitely done heard. She
Yeah.
definitely making noise and ringing bells through our city. You know what I'm saying? She is that when it comes to that. You know what I'm saying? If you don't want your nails looking like fat ass ibuprofen 800s, you know what I'm saying? Have your shit looking like, something that ain't supposed to be looking
Thank
like.
you.
If you want that crispy, clean cut, that perfect precision and artistic, you know what I'm saying? Crispy nail look that look like you going to the Met Gala or something. Holla at my cousin, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
She gonna get you right, you know what I'm saying? I watched this young lady since the day she came out of my auntie to grow up to be a very special
Yeah.
entrepreneur and make her own way and be an excellent mother. You know what I'm saying? She haven't did nothing but show me love and loyalty, so I've always shown her that back. So
Oh, thank
let's clap it up for my little cousin. And then to my right down, we have the lovely Miss Ashley, the fiance. Girl,
Why did you do that?
calm
Why did you do
down.
that?
We are gonna get to you.
You did it. You did. You did it.
We have the lovely Miss Ashley, the fiance
Got her
to
ready.
the late great by June. You know what I'm saying? We have known this young lady for a short period of time, a few years, but she has left a permanent stain in all our hearts. She is forever family to everybody in my family. I've come to grow a great deal of respect for this young lady. I watched her hold my cousin down from the time that she's been with him down to him taking his last breath, and even after that. So she definitely will always have a permanent spot, her as well as her lovely, lovely daughter in our family. So definitely want to give a huge round of applause for Ashley.
For sure.
Y'all done seen me post this woman a million times. Y'all done heard me talking crazy. Y'all done seen me telling her to stop goddamn trying to twerk and embarrass me. This is the strongest lady that I know. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
This is the lady that helped mold me into the strong, solid man that I am today. You know what I'm saying? She gave me my first pistol, showed me how to do a lot of other shit that we ain't got to talk about. You know what I'm saying? And y'all ass watch how we ran it up. You know what I'm saying? Amongst other things. So uh, I could go on and on and on and on, but you know, the one and only Annie baby. You know what I'm saying?
Whoop whoop.
Oh yeah.
Seal.
Man. Legend.
Mom sound all that.
Legend. Fucking legend, bro.
So today's show is going to be dedicated to our honorary BFA brother by June, aka Bobby Jr. Unfortunately, in our absence from the show, he has transitioned on to heaven to join Amara, and also my grandfather. And also, I would like to give a big shout out to my beautiful cousin, Tammy, who also transitioned during our absence from the show. My cousin Tammy, she was such a beautiful soul, beautiful inside and out, an amazing spirit. If you had the privilege to know Tammy, you were just lucky to ever had
Yes.
come in her path because she was just so special. Just always smiling, always positive, always caring. She was just such a dope person.
Yeah.
And she's definitely truly going to be missed, but of course her legacy is going to live on forever and ever and ever. So we definitely will be discussing her throughout the podcast as well as Bobby Jr. But this entire podcast, for the most part, will be dedicated to the legacy of Bobby Jr.
Can I say one thing real quick?
We would say a lot of things, brother.
I remember Tammy and her husband when we went to Vegas.
Mm-hmm.
They kept responding to each other. They kept saying "boopy."
Boopy, yup.
Yeah.
Man,
Shout out to
I never
Craig.
forget that.
That's right.
Shout out to Craig. Craig.
Oh yeah, that was the Vegas trip when we went.
Boopy.
They had that room. They had that nice ass room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man,
Damn, that room was like.
That's
what
one
the
thing
fuck?
about Tammy and Craig. They gonna do it big.
They're gonna be comfortable.
Man.
Yup, they gonna be as comfortable
I seen
as
that room.
possible.
When I seen Hangover, I was like, that's the kind of room I think Tammy had. Something
Yep.
like that. Like it was
Yep.
just a big ass.
Huge.
Like,
Yeah, definitely.
yeah.
Listen, Tammy and Craig are couples goals for real. Definitely. Like they was just real serious. Like if you had a chance to just see them love each other, like if you a person that really didn't think that love is real, they made you see that love.
Right. That's
Love
right.
is real coming from both sides. It wasn't
From the beginning to the
him
end.
loving her more or her loving him more.
It
It
was
was
equal.
just equal.
Right.
Like he loved the hell out of Tammy. Tammy loved the hell out of him. And it was a
Yes.
beautiful thing
Mhm.
to watch. Craig, you always in our prayers. You know, you are definitely a permanent fixture in this family. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? So shout out to Craig, definitely.
Yes.
shout out to Craig.
Yes,
Shouts out to
man.
you, Craig.
Hey, Craig.
Straight up. So what's been going on with you, brothers, since we've been gone?
Who want to go first?
Go ahead, man.
Man,
Gotta respect my elders, dog.
Well, a lot of things really. The kids' daycare shut down due to this COVID stuff, so they're gonna be at the home or at the house for 14 days, which is driving me crazy because I be trying
That
to get
nigga
rid of
say
them
at
for a
the
little bit.
home.
Yeah, the
Mhm.
home. Yeah, see, I messed up. I can't even think right when I'm thinking about them. But yeah, other than that, I made up with my brothers. We had a heart-to-heart talk, and this was like a different kind of talk. Like I really needed it. Like it was raw, uncut. It woke me up, and I appreciate y'all, both of y'all, Marcus and Greg.
Man, we
For
love
sure,
you,
for
bro.
sure.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
love
That's what you're
y'all
supposed
too.
to do
Love
with your
you.
brothers, man.
Hey,
You gotta be there.
you can't just be calling your comrades, friends, and brothers if you're not willing to have those heart-to-heart talks. There's gonna be times that, you know what I'm saying, you gotta share certain things
Yeah.
with your brothers. That's not gonna be easy. It's gonna be some shit that's gonna hurt your feelings. There's gonna be certain shit that gotta be said that feel like a gut punch, but
Yeah.
when you know it's all coming from love,
Mhm.
you gotta take it as that. You know what I'm saying?
You
And
do.
when I'm talking to my brothers, and I know it's certain shit that I'm gonna say, it might piss them off up in that moment, but when they sit back and think about it, they gonna know that it's coming from love. And I always tell them, if you feel like it's some shit that I need to fix within myself, the door gonna always be open for y'all to tell me the same shit. I don't feel like I know everything. I don't feel like I'm perfect. If it's some shit that y'all feel like I need to change or work on, tell me the same way, because like I always say, I'm big on accountability. And I've been saying lately, that's one thing that grown-ups act like is a poison, is taking accountability. Niggas would rather get shot or slit their own wrist than take accountability. It's not that hard. So every grown-up listening, you're not gonna die if you just take accountability. It's not that hard of a pill to swallow. It's very, very easy just to say, okay, you know what? I fucked up. I'm gonna fix that. I'm sorry. You can move on real quick.
It won't happen again.
It's not that difficult.
I'll work on it. It won't happen again. Period.
Straight up. So what's been going on with you, G?
Man, my son finally in school all day, so I'm happy about that. He learning the language of love, French, and he come home, he counting all the way to 30. I'm like, boy, what? So he was like, I'm gonna say bonjour.
Shout out to Grayson.
I'm like, okay, au revoir and all that. So telling me the colors, and I'm like, okay, you know what he talking about. So I'm happy about that. Got a big boy, 5. So, and then my nephew, I've been, going to his football practices and stuff. That's something that I'm real passionate about. Happy that he's doing something. You know what I'm saying? Instead of just being at home, being a lazy kid on his tablet. You know what I'm saying? Just out getting active and having fun with doing something. So, and I like to be there to support them. I'm big on support for these kids because I wish I had it when I was younger. So I know what that's like. So that's why I'm there for them.
Shout out to the Steelers and King, Devin, the whole team.
Oh yeah, Perry's son on the team too. So I was working them boys out the other day.
Shout out to King and Devin.
I was working them boys the other day. I know they was tired.
Yeah, he said he wasn't tired, right? He went to sleep in like 7 minutes when he got home.
I bet. So yeah, I just been doing that and just taking it easy. Putting some things in play, starting to invest in some things. So I got a lot of good things coming up in the near future. So I'm working on stuff.
Woo. What's up? Now, let me tell y'all, anybody that know Greg, like y'all know him as the jokester, you know what I'm saying, the funny guy that's easy going. If y'all want to see a different side of this nigga, come to one of them kid games. I'm thinking I'm coming to watch the game. We gonna be kicking the shit and sitting back laughing. This nigga didn't say shit to me the whole time of the game. He's yelling, marching up and down the field, literally getting angry. I was thinking it's like some underground mafia shit where like some money is going on and there's some betting or something. The way this nigga was acting, I never seen this shit. Like this nigga be so serious about these kids playing this game.
Hold on.
Him like that.
It's real when niggas text you outside of the group. They talking about you. What do you say, bro?
No, it wasn't bad. He was like,
I know because he didn't put it in the chat.
I'll tell you exactly what I said. I said this nigga was serious, like he used to be cold at sports or something. I said he was ass growing up, so why is he this mad like he was cold or something?
So let me tell you why.
Why?
Because I know what it's like to not have support when you trying to be a kid and just play sports, right? Because I didn't have it like I needed it. So when I'm there for him, I'm watching the kids practice and everything. I know what they can do. I know what they're capable of. So when they get out in front of these other kids, they freeze up. And the team is just missing 2 coaches. Every other team got 5 or 6 coaches on the sideline. They only have 2. It's that old lady and that dude with the dreads. So they really ain't got no help.
I understand.
So when I'm there and I'm passionate about it because I know that they can do it. Because I seen them play in practice. I have them on tape. You know what I'm saying? Like I recorded them actually doing this shit. So that's something I'm really passionate about with the kids, especially doing something positive.
I get that, but we done been in real street shit, right? And you definitely handled your business, but you was not that emotionally invested into it. We just got down and did what we did, and you was just back to normal.
That's what it was supposed to do.
Like I never seen you like that.
It's sports.
Hey, bro, what happened to breakfast?
This nigga, we was supposed to go out to eat. This nigga walked past me. I'm like, hey, so I ain't hungry no more. And stormed off. I said, here go your kid.
I said, I sent him with his big cousin, Mackenzie. It ain't nothing. Go with your cousin real quick. Because they was finna fight. The coaches was fighting parents down there. I had to make sure the kids went down there.
Listen. Did you get that text message from the mom that apologized?
She apologized?
Man. I'm gonna show you.
The next
Yeah.
game I go to, I'm gonna do like I did this one and kick it with your mama. Me and your mama had a good time kicking the shit. You know what I'm saying?
But seriously, all seriousness though, my application will be in next year. I am signing up to be a coach.
I definitely
That's
think you would
Like-
be excellent up at the coaches.
So
Mentor,
I got a couple
coach.
players. I got a couple dudes that wanna, come do it with me. So
That's
I'm
good.
with that.
Hey, for
For
your
sure.
own football team, because I heard a couple cats talking about that.
Okay, so let's see how these ladies have been doing. Let's start with Ashley.
Well, I'm selling my house, so that's a good thing.
Okay.
Dope.
Congratulations.
Dope.
Thank you. I'm here. I'm just about
Promote. Tell them how
Oh,
to
Exactly.
How to reach out to
how
you.
to reach you and everything.
So you can reach me on my Instagram, Locked by Smash, nickname dedication to Bobby Ray, Scully Ray, King, whatever you want to call them. But Locked by Smash, sister locks, inner locks. I do quick weaves, I do braids, I do little kid braids. So yeah, hit me on Instagram. You can find me there.
Dope.
And what's your Instagram?
Locked by Smash.
Oh, okay.
Locked by Smash. LOCDBYSMASH. So yeah,
Yeah,
Dope.
Salute.
check her out.
please.
I can't grow dreads. I wish I could, but I
Why can't
can't.
you?
I don't know. I never let it grow too long. I can't go through the ugly stage.
It's worth it.
I know my little brother do it. He I'm telling you, he look like a werewolf right now, but he doing it because he want them dreads. So
Shout out to Daquan.
I get it. I get it, especially if it's like a lifestyle for sure, because you can do a lot of things with dreads.
It's
People with dreads are dope to me. I like that.
It's easy. I've had mine for maybe
A certain type of person got them. You know what I'm saying?
everybody can wear them. No, it's a
I
certain
know.
level of blackness that you reach. when you-
Exactly.
when you-
I agree.
You know that?
I just can't. I can't get to it.
You got to. Let me know if you want them, because I can do it.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I think
So, sister, cousin, what's been going on with you?
I just still been being a mama and then working. I do nails, like who said. So
The nails. The fucking nails.
the nails. Yep, I do those. And then I do have a website coming out at the end of October 21st. It's going to be my 3rd anniversary of doing nails. So I'm going to be launching my website of long nail support stuff. So I know if y'all seen those ATM card holders for long nails, it's hard to work with these. And it's called Click Clack. My mom got one on the back of her phone, a phone popper that help you pick up your phone. Because of long nails, it's a lot of stuff that you got a lot of struggles when you got long nails. So I got a lot of long nail support stuff on the website. So
wow. So you support the women that gotta go through the
yes,
struggle.
I do, because how are we supposed to live?
So like, what about like when y'all like women? This kind of personal, but y'all use the bathroom. Like, how do y'all know y'all wipe y'all ass completely with
Because
those long nails?
You know what? And I was gonna use that in the video of for marketing when I try to do it. Like I'm trying to do it big with marketing, so I'm trying to do it through Amazon and stuff like that. I was gonna make a promo video of it, and that was gonna be one of the things, like how you wipe your eyes. It's so easy because
That's
it's
crazy.
the same exact thing.
Ain't that crazy? They know how to use sides
Right.
of their hand to. That's
Yeah.
that's
It's the
that's,
same.
that's
You
the only way
gotta
I
go
can
like
think
this.
of it.
It's
Or-
the same exact thing. You just gotta get a little bit more because you got a little bit more fingers
They
Yeah.
rich.
Oh.
to work with.
Oh,
Okay.
got it. That's why we be out so much
But
motherfucking
it's the
tissue.
same thing.
That's why the tissue be going so motherfucking fast. I'm on to your shit, Nikki.
So Nails
Nah,
by
I
Asia
get it.
Day on Instagram. That's my Instagram. Facebook is Asia Day or Asia Wilson. And I'm gonna be making a business page for my Click Clack products too. So just be lookout for that. It's gonna be October 21st.
Nope. Y'all make sure y'all be on the lookout for that. So last but not least, how have you been, Queen?
Oh, I just been trying to get over the passing of my son and the passing of my cousin Tammy. So I'm kind of like stuck there, but I'm getting better every day.
That's good.
Yep.
That's good. I'm glad that
So
you
I'm
are.
trying to get back to homeschooling my grandkids. That's like about it. That's
Yeah.
it.
Okay.
And you've been doing excellent.
That's dope. Homeschooling. Didn't know you were doing that, Kim.
Yeah.
That's tight. No wonder they so goddamn smart.
Yep. They definitely are very, very smart.
quick too. Like be
So
right on.
we're gonna get into some of these quick hits and see what's been going on up in the world. Everything. There's been a lot going on.
So much shit.
We're gonna mix it up. I do one of my quick hits, and then we'll do one each and bring it back around. See what everybody thinks on each topic.
Okay.
We're gonna start off and get everybody's opinion on this mythical verses because it's
That
not
needs to happen.
official. I really would like for it to happen. If it does happen, I'm trying to have some type of shindig. I don't think my crib is gonna be appropriate because I want everybody to dress up and pop bottles and eat good and have a good time. But I want everybody to be on some fly shit. Jermaine Dupri versus Sean Puffy Combs, aka Diddy, aka Brother Love, aka whatever you want to call him, aka Smashing Bow Wow Baby Mama right now, aka Mr. Billionaire Shiny Suit Dancing Machine, whatever you want to call him. So me and Greg, we done been going back and forth, you know what I'm saying? He's team JD and I'm
for sure.
team Diddy, you know what I'm saying? Let me make my stance very clear. As far as pressing the buttons and creating the music, as far as the pen game, JD got it all day long.
Yeah.
Now, when it comes to whose name is on that fucking paperwork and who paid their way to have their name next to those artists, Diddy got it all day.
Okay.
We talking Biggie Smalls, Mary J. Blige, like we can go on and on.
Total 112.
Total 112. We just
Did you
talking
say Faith?
all of the old school. We not even getting to the new shit. Danity Kane and Day 26. It's
King
so many
Combs.
more. You know what I'm saying? Like we can go on and on and on.
So you mean hold on, man. Usher, Confessions. That trumps a lot of stuff over there that Diddy got, man.
It definitely do.
And
Hold
then
on.
I just want to speak
Jack-
on behalf of my brother because this was our thing too,
Mhm.
music. So one thing about JD, I understand what you're saying with Diddy,
Mhm.
but one thing about JD is you missing all of like, I think you're forgetting about all of the old ones that he done did because
Criss
he's been around
Cross.
for like
Ever.
yes,
Yeah.
you gotta remember
Escape.
You gotta remember
Brat.
like,
Monica,
all of them people.
Yeah.
Usher, early Usher, nice and slow
But
Usher,
you
Yeah.
hits,
can't
classic.
just say Confessions and be like halfway punched out when you say that
Right.
because
But when you
Confessions
say
is
that,
like,
but you could say Mary J. Blige.
no, you can never compare.
you can say Mariah
anything- I
Carey,
wanna be
too.
loud and clear on
Oh.
this
Oh,
microphone.
that's JD.
You can't
It
compare
is.
anything at all whatsoever. Mary J. Blige or who else was on Diddy?
Get him.
Biggie, anybody compared to Usher's Confessions, like
Mhm.
album of probably my number
That's
one album.
super
I'm
duper
gonna
classic.
say, listen, I'm gonna say Diddy does not have not one solid project that can compare to Confessions.
Right.
Confessions literally made me partially the fucked up nigga that
Exactly.
I became for a large part of my
Yeah.
life. Listening to that, I'm like, oh, okay.
And then you gotta remember half of Usher music, period.
Yeah. Not
But-
even that though. Jagged Edge.
Jagged Edge.
He got 112.
Okay, but then he also got the
112 compared
nigga-
to Jagged Edge.
the hits though.
Jodeci, like you, like
Yeah.
everything that
That was
JD
Devontae
got-
Swing, bro.
No,
That was Devontae Swing.
No.
Only Jodeci song Diddy got is Forever My Lady.
I'm trying to think about it because you are right, but Jodeci didn't have like you okay because first you just threw me off with 112 compared to Jagged Edge. Then you said
Tell
Jodeci.
me what y'all
So I do understand Jodeci. So now I'm trying to find a comparison for that.
I love Jodeci.
I do
Yeah,
love
like
Yeah.
it's a lot of shit. Like
Yeah, I agree.
I feel like we cannot have the conversation in full unless we have the full
Yeah, the full rundown.
discography and credits fully, so we can be totally knowledgeable to what we dealing
Because
with.
we got
But-
the
You know
brat.
what
The
I'm
brat
saying?
got that.
Diddy
some hits,
catalog
too.
Don't have nothing in my top 5. JD do. So like that's what I'm comparing it to.
I can respect that. Like
A lot
It's-
of my top 5 got a lot of JD in it, bro.
When I saw those
JD
two,
is that nigga though.
He
'Cause
is.
when I saw
He is
JD
that
and
nigga.
When he
P.
did
Diddy,
that So Def remix with Drew Hill, I was like,
Drew
what the
Hill.
fuck?
Compared
damn.
to Jodeci. Yeah,
He was
you can do
like,
that.
oh, he came on going crazy. Then smile for me, daddy. Ooh, what you looking
Oh my
at?
God,
Let
Nelly.
me see your grill. Like he was killing.
But Puff
Wow.
got all them.
I'm saying, but that's a hit. I don't think Puff can. I think that's a hit he can fight Puff
Where
with
the
though.
party at? That's JD.
That's JD.
Okay, but listen though, all that listen, all them Harlem shaking ass remixes to all that shit that Puffy was coming out with.
What about Welcome to Atlanta with him and Ludacris?
Yeah, you right.
Boom,
Yeah,
boom, boom, boom,
See,
boom, 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 boom. Man, that's a
And they
hit,
just
bro.
said that
He gonna
Monica
kill it.
Won the versus battle with Brandy. I do love Brandy more than I do Monica, but they said that she won hit wise and half of
With
that
more
was
hits
JD.
though. That's why I think
Listen.
Diddy gonna have about good eight good ones, but JD just gonna win the rest.
Yeah.
It ain't gonna be no
that's what
blowout.
need to happen because
Yeah,
what it boils down to is the songs that you choose,
Mhm.
the way you making the people that's listening feel
Right.
based
Yeah.
on the song
Exactly.
that you choose. Because if you fuck up and choose all of the wrong songs in the wrong
Right.
order,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
people will be like, "Why did you play that?"
Yeah,
you know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah.
You can mess that up.
Because they can
Yeah.
both play.
Right.
They can both play party hits.
Yep.
They can both play R&B.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? They can do it all. So that's it. All depends on how the DJ bless them that night. Because
Yeah.
the way the locks got blessed, that's how they need.
Because
to get.
nobody thought the Locks was gonna beat Dipset, and they got in that ass.
Like,
Man.
Jadakiss said Diddy called him and said you got to do the freestyle,
Yeah.
and then that's when he went out there and killed that shit. I'm
Killed
like,
that
oh my
freestyle
God.
that kids that's younger than us never even heard of.
Man,
And
that
they
shit's
thought that was new, and that freestyle was old,
old,
Old as shit.
and they killed them.
super old.
Y'all,
So Asia is team JD.
Yep.
I think I would. say
Okay,
that.
so I'm team Diddy. Ain't he? You JD?
JD all the way.
Ashley
JD.
P.
see, I'm gonna respond to this. I'm gonna say JD, but I also got something else to say after you say your pick.
He JD.
I'm JD.
So I'm the only Diddy nigga.
When I saw them, I was like, man, that's supposed to be Puff Daddy and Dr. Dre, just for the East Coast, West Coast type shit. I think that'll like get some numbers.
But
Like,
see, that's the
7M.
thing. Dre
He didn't
ain't
stop.
doing it.
Yeah, he stopped.
He Thanos, bro. He can kill all these niggas with that. Thanos, Thanos, mine. I say Thanos, mine. But
Tell
no,
me about
he
Thanos.
can, man, he gonna kill all these motherfuckers. Pharrell, Kanye. He dropped Dr. Dre is killing all these
Okay, so
motherfuckers.
what's y'all? Okay, do y'all think that there's anybody that can fuck with Dre? Period. Or
No.
y'all feel like Dre
I can't
just
speak on Dr. Dre.
Man.
He's right there. He's at the top.
so Dre is the god of the music.
Oh
scene.
yeah.
What over Pharrell?
Nobody has that sound.
Over
That
Pharrell?
piano, that nobody has that, man.
over Pharrell.
Yes.
Hell
For real, be
yeah.
making
Yes.
some crazy
Pharrell
beats
got
too.
to
though.
bow down to Dre feet.
Pharrell got a lot of classic beats, but Dr. Dre got he got so many motherfucking
Listen.
billboards up
I mean,
there.
I can't speak on him, so I don't know.
Bobby Jr. would have been going crazy
would've.
over this
He
topic.
would've.
He would have been
Yeah, he
losing
would've.
his
This
mind
is
over
Yeah.
this topic.
Man.
Yeah.
This
He would have knew for
Yeah.
sure. That's
You
why I
would
was
have been
trying
able
to
to
think.
let y'all know
Yeah.
exactly what the deal really was.
Yep.
like we
And
would
for
have
real
been
cold,
able to
though,
change the
'cause
topic.
Pharrell is
That
cold.
grinding,
Beautiful.
that click, that
Oh, yeah.
beautiful, yeah.
Oh.
The Snoop Dogg, drop it like it's hard. Like
Yeah.
he got some
Dre
beats.
probably
My goodies, my goodies.
Yeah.
He would have something to say about Dre.
He will.
And J. Cole.
He would have everybody.
Yeah.
Did you?
Yeah.
Speaking of J. Cole and Drake, did y'all see the J.
Oh.
Cole freestyle over Pipe Down?
He lost his mind.
He went bananas, but Drake did something good though. You know what I'm saying? He got on stage and was like, you talk about they gave you the bronze medal or something like that. He was like, nah, nigga, you up there with both of us. Like, there's no race with that. Like, that was some big shit on his show.
Okay.
So I was like, Drake, get props for that.
Yeah.
Just
that
jumping on
was
stage
nice.
and giving him props for doing something on his song. Like,
Right.
that was cool.
Shout out to the Champagne Poppy.
Oh yeah, for sure. That's my nigga.
Drake has just doing that because he know if Cole ever want to get on that,
Man, Drake out rap Cole already twice.
you gotta chill out.
He did it twice.
Chill out.
What's
He
up?
did it twice on
Chill out.
Jodeci's Back, and then In the Morning. Those two songs, y'all. When y'all get time, listen to those. Watch how Drake killed J. Cole on those tracks. That's the only two
Wait,
times
so
they
you
rapped
went
the same
harder than him
time.
on In the Morning?
Yeah, he killed. Baby,
Yeah,
you
listen
win a
to that.
time cold.
Yeah.
The night is-
I
yeah.
feel like Drake, Kendrick, and Cole is pretty much neck and neck, but
Yeah.
I feel like Drake is the most successful.
Yeah, for sure. Been doing it the longest.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Definitely.
Arbery?
All right, P. Let's touch on one of your quick hits.
All right. The schools, do y'all think everything's gonna be back virtual soon, or y'all think it's still gonna stay the way it is, like everybody in school?
What do you think first?
I think everything's gonna go back virtual. This COVID shit is getting out of hand, and the news and the doctors, they ain't really talking about it that much. But like, I've been doing my research, and the numbers are kind of scary, like the stuff that I've been Googling.
Yeah.
So I feel like everything is gonna shut back down. It's gonna be virtual. And I've been noticing in the grocery stores also, like, it ain't been hardly no food, really, like certain foods and stuff like
Well,
chicken.
that's because they keep on giving out the motherfucking free stamp.
Yeah, that's what it's about.
Think so?
That's what it's
No,
a
no,
motherfucking
sir.
about. I went to go buy some shit and it wasn't nothing. Like them racks was nothing there. I just seen a fucking price tag. That was it.
Yeah.
I'm like, damn, there's nothing on these shelves,
I
bro.
order everything, so I've not been in
I don't.
grocery
That's
store
what.
in a
That's how I
month.
am. But people be like, I'm going to the store. Like they have nothing left in these
Wow.
stores. That's
Okay.
crazy.
Like,
Online
it
orders
look like a
going
ghost
bizarre.
town.
That's
Yeah.
why all
They
our
shut
orders
down the
coming
ports.
late.
That's why they shutting down the ports. They starting to try to block the imports coming into the states to block the whole COVID. Mhm. That's
Damn.
what it is. I've been stocking up. I'm a conspiracy theorist. I've been watching too much stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well,
So that's
Bobby
why
Jr.
it's good to
Bobby
think like
Jr. would
that.
say you shouldn't be eating that meat anyways. So I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying. I'm trying to really just get my mind to do it. I swear I'm trying my hardest.
I'm getting close.
I am too. Like I'm
feeling
It's
like
so
thinking,
easy.
but then I'm like,
It's so easy.
Then
You
I'm
put
like,
me on. It's
I'm
so
finna
easy.
just
I
do
feel
it.
like after my gastric surgery, I think it's gonna go to seafood, and then I think I'm gonna be down near.
But see, that's why when we got there to the repass, right? I was looking forward to trying the vegan foods. Like I'm like, is it gonna be here? But then they said it was gonna be the tacos. So I was looking forward to just trying it.
Yeah.
Maybe that will start me, but it just didn't happen.
No, like I came from like everything my auntie and Bobby Jr. had me try that was meatless. I had
It was
liked
good.
it,
Yeah.
liked it all. Like she made me these tacos with just beans, and they were I can't even say as good, probably a little better than tacos, and it was just beans.
Yeah, you're right. I had like a stir
Beans.
fry, not a stir fry, but what's that shit that when it be hot sizzled vegetables in the skillet? What is it called?
Fajita?
Fajita with no meat.
Yeah.
And I was like, it
Mhm.
tastes like I was eating some
That's
steak.
what I
Yeah.
had today. I had the.
I'm like, I'm
vegetables
eating
that
this shit, I'm like-
froze from the
Yeah.
You know, steak in here?
on
Like
the
it's
tortilla
just crazy.
shell. That was so
Crazy.
good. You gotta
Mind
make some
blowing.
more. Yeah, please don't.
My
Yeah,
brother
one time,
made
it was
me-
so long ago.
My
So-
brother made me some buffalo cauliflower, and that was the first time ever. I was like, I'm not finna eat no
probably
hot
made it.
ass
I made it.
vegetables. No, special,
I
no.
made it.
Buffalo
No, it
cauliflower.
was in the Did you make it? It was-
Probably. I always made it. He ain't
really?
really.
I thought I was watching them make it. In the kitchen. Remember that day, my first time trying it,
Yeah, I think that was he was
Oh.
house. That was
Okay.
a long
Yeah,
time
it was
ago.
in-
okay.
and it was real good. It tasted like chicken. It definitely tasted
Wow.
like chicken, and I was like, it's weird, but it was good.
Damn, I'm hot. as
I
a
gotta get out that
motherfucker.
stage where I don't like trying new foods.
You trying to have me hot?
I'm trying to
Alright.
give you some libation.
It's real easy though. Y'all can do it. It's just a
Too much
mindset.
thought on it.
Yeah, it's just a mindset
Yeah,
shit.
I hate
too
when
much
I do
thought.
that. I hate
It's
when
too
I
much
do
thought.
that.
Do it
Fucking
slow. Like if it's a certain meal that you like to
Then you
eat.
get it. You
No,
like, oh, they
like
did
what
that.
you need to do is eat this, not that, or what the health. Watch that, and you won't have a problem.
What's that fish one we was watching?
What's in the sea, or
Remember, it was like they were saying that it was worse than the meat
Yeah.
industry. Because if y'all watch the fish one, that
I
was
seen
crazy.
that.
You said it's
Yeah.
called
Because he
What's
was-
the
Yeah.
Health?
what the health?
What the health? And there's another
Watch
one.
that. And
It's
that's
talking
all you
about
need, actually.
seafood.
Is
That's
that a
all I
TV
needed.
show or
That's
a
all
pod?
Bobby Jean needed was like,
Documentary.
stop.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's on
What the hell?
Netflix.
I don't want to see that. So
I'm just gonna
It'll
play
turn you
some
off.
shit. I'm like, let's have a
It'll
movie
turn you
night.
off.
Right.
And just play that
right.
shit. She'll be like,
Right.
why did you just play that? We just went grocery shopping. I don't know. It wasn't a smart idea, babe.
Like I said, okay, I'll just finish the chicken. I had it in the freezer. I cooked. I couldn't even eat it. I had to throw it in the garbage.
You hear that, baby? We should watch What the Health.
Yeah.
Because we gotta go. It's time to go to the store.
Right.
So we need to watch that shit.
What
I
the
think.
hell?
Yeah. Nita ass ain't gonna. She gonna be like, I don't give a bitch ass damn. She gonna be like, shit. I got these motherfucking ribs, nigga.
It's gonna be like Martin on what Roscoe Jenkins.
Yeah.
That nigga was fucking them ribs up.
Straight up. So back to the topic at hand. So I personally think that everything is gonna be back virtual by, I say, by between Thanksgiving and Christmas time. It don't really matter to me because my auntie, she gonna start helping me homeschool Morgan. So that's not a big deal. And just the whole thing of COVID, it makes me nervous because Morgan, she already has really bad allergies. So if she don't have to be around other kids,
Right.
and my bonus kids, they also do very, very good with virtual school. Both of them maintain excellent grades during the virtual schooling. So that honestly is my preference. So it wouldn't be an issue for me. So I would rather them not have to be with all of those germs and COVID kids.
But see, I believe it's all.
It's COVID
because they be having.
I believe it's all about your circumstances. Cause let's say you have a younger kid.
Mhm.
They might be behind because they're not paying attention to no computer screen for that long.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's all about your policies too at the school. Like when you're in class, you have to have your mask on. We have to wash our hands frequently. Like treat it as such.
Yeah.
When I pick him up from school, he has to wear his mask until we are comfortable with that. And that's with anybody that leave the house and come back.
Right.
When I come home, I take all my clothes off and wash my hands and wipe my face, and then I play with my daughter.
Yeah.
Because COVID been to my house twice, and if that's what I got to do to prevent it, that's what I have to do. But my kid going to school all day is a blessing because he's learning so much more now. That's why I gave it a shout out because that virtual shit just didn't work for me,
Yeah.
especially with him
That's
being
when
so young.
That's when the parents come in. Like the parents, like if you see that your child is struggling, not sitting in front of the TV, like really people give school a lot of credit. They are there all day long, but they have recess, they have lunch, they have art, they have gym. So it's not as much learning time as you think is going into school. That when you break down all of those hours that they do, all those other things, especially if they're younger and take a nap.
Right.
If they're in school for 7 hours, you might as well chop that like maybe 4 of those hours off.
Yeah.
Like,
So parents have the misconception of thinking that once they hit those doors, they're learning until they come home. But that's not actually it. You have to see what the day is like. And like I said, all the things that I listed are the things that they'll let you know, are the things that they're doing throughout the day. So parents don't understand. I try to tell Asia that a lot, that if you take the time out, and I'm not going to try to make this to a homeschool situation, but if you take 30 minutes a day, sometimes 45 minutes a day, like Asia kids, I homeschool them. Asia, I could be done in 45 minutes, an hour, in a whole entire day. We don't sit there and go like you make other things, learning activities like cooking for measuring, things like that.
right.
The teaching comes in things like that. You can do that at home and not even realize that you're doing it. If you're talking about measuring here or count the cookies that I'm about to give you, how many is in a whole pack? So if you take one away, it's in your natural learning. And they don't have to have an industrial setting to learn.
I think I feel like if I wasn't blessed with you, that I wouldn't be able to do it either. I'm not you know what I'm saying? When Maya, you already know how she is. She frustrated me a lot. So if I was to try to teach her something, she was irritating me like that, I'd be like, I know I'm not for teaching. So I can't, that's not what I'm able to do.
Well,
that's why
that's because you're the patience. But,
exactly.
but if I think that's because you have me. If you thought, if you knew that was
Well,
your job
definitely,
to do it,
yeah.
you would gain more patience.
Definitely, yeah.
I just don't want parents thinking, like, I don't want great thinking that because you can choose it for a lot. Some people have to choose it because they have to go to work every day because that's how school started. It didn't start with them saying kids need to learn anything. It started because parents had to go to work. That's how kindergarten started.
Mm-hmm.
So just don't think just because like if it does shut down and virtual, if you decide to go virtual, like my kids, my grandkids, I'm not necessarily a fan of virtual at all. I watch my oldest grandchild, you know, go through virtual, and what I saw on the screen, I couldn't believe it. Like the teacher using most of the time telling all the kids to sit down, put your dress down. I'm like, what does that have to do with virtual learning? And so a lot of things don't even go into the virtual learning. I just wish that parents had enough confidence in themselves to know that you are all your especially if you're talking about like under third, fourth grade, you are all your kids need.
Yep.
Dr. Junior was homeschooled through second grade. He never missed a beat nowhere. I had no problem. He was reading at 2.5 years old. Just nothing. It's just natural things that you do during the day. You are teaching your children. You do not need a building.
You don't like with Ari, she's 3, and with last year with COVID, I was always saying like I know they're gonna do this vaccine and I'm not gonna give it to her. So you know, talking with you and then just figuring out like, all right, I'm gonna read to her 15 minutes a day. I know she likes to cook, anything with laundry. Let me sort your clothes. If we're gonna go outside, we're gonna do a hopscotch. 1, 2, 3, 4. Like it's really we do feel intimidated by like, oh, if it's not a teacher, if they not, it's an accredited institution saying, hey, they're passing. But at the end of the day, if my kid can say ridiculous in the right context, if she know how to use certain words and bring it back to me, then at least I know I'm doing a good job. And I think that's the best thing, because the school, even when they grade, that's not even real. You just saying you probably didn't try, and that doesn't necessarily mean the kid comprehend or you comprehend.
Exactly. They can have a test. They could you could have taught them 100 concepts. They can have mastered this 10, but if they test you on that 10 and you didn't get those concepts, but just this 10, now you failed.
Right.
But you did get 10 of them. But it'll never show because you didn't get the 10 they wanted you to think about at the time.
Right.
But you taught 100 concepts in it. Like the whole testing theory, I could go. I didn't even
Kim,
start no schooling. Like
for the homeschooling, do you teach the kids about like financial literacy, like important shit like that? Like, because they didn't teach us that.
Money. They learned about money, and we talk about like now I'm giving them money to like that Toku, and Pooh came and picked up my grandson to let him spend his money there, because I'm just teaching the concept of you always have money when you leave out the house. Let him spend some of it so he can come back so we can talk about how much he has left.
Right.
All of that is just in natural life.
See, that's real learning.
Natural life.
Like, these schools ain't teaching our kids shit, really. I don't think.
And Ace is really good at math. He he flourishing really good. So like for Christmas and his birthday and stuff, I'm giving him all money, things like wallets and piggy banks and stuff like that. He want to get an allowance now, so all that kind of stuff. That helped me at home when you do got, you know, when you is blessed with a mom who gonna sit there and teach them all day, then they want to learn. So
that makes them want to learn, because if you got 30 children and 30 students in a class, how much can you give my one child? How much can you really, if you give everybody a term, that's including all the other activities, the time that it takes to get to everybody in class. You got 15 kids in class. If everybody get a chance, like look how long your child, if your child is first child to answer a question, look how long you got to wait for all the kids to get theirs. You know, it's like time consuming. It's only built around time so that parents can work. It's not necessarily 100% learning during that time. And parents have to be confident that you can do it. If you just live and incorporate everything you're doing in their life, you will be teaching your kids.
So what I'm actually getting from that is pretty much that's like basically helping them with their homework too, right? Because some kids may need to be social, but when they come home, they got that stuff and they doing the homework with you.
Of people thinking that school is tied for the socialization, because when they get to school, they tell them to sit down and be quiet. For one, for half the day, they got to sit down and be quiet. Now they go to recess, 45 minutes out of a day, maybe twice a day, 2 45-minute. So most of the time you getting calls saying they won't sit down and be quiet. They sit up there talking to somebody, then you tell them not to talk. When Bobby Jr. was homeschooled, he was in soccer, he was, oh my God, cooking, computers. That's before computers even really came out. He was in baseball basketball. Like he must have been in probably over 15, 16 different things. He got socialization in that. And I had other homeschool parents will have play dates that was in socialization. He never lacked in social. He was over socialized actually.
And what I will say is people ask me all the time, do they act weird around other kids because they is homeschooled and stuff?
Nope.
People don't understand that my kids be around so many kids all the time, not just each other, but they be around a whole bunch of other kids. So I don't be wanting them to, you know what I'm saying, being around a whole bunch of kids who probably gone, you know what I'm saying, influence them in the wrong ways or whatever the case may be, because my kids, they be around kids all the time.
And what people also say with homeschool kids, like what I saw with Bobby and I also see with my daughter versus me, I would start at school right away. That school makes you, first you start off to be a worker. That's what school is for you to be an employee at the end of the day.
Yep.
And then to think that when a homeschool kid, they have free thinking. They're allowed to be critical thinkers,
logical,
right?
Analytic,
see outside the box. Yep.
When you in a classroom setting, you have to make sure this answer fits this answer. If that answer doesn't fit with the curriculum or whatever they're teaching, then you're wrong, or you might be looked at differently. So when they grow up, you're probably a little more afraid to say, is this the right thing? Because you're afraid to speak out. But if you homeschool, like you're able to say, Mommy, is this da 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 da? And they'd be like, well, yeah, it is. And we can just go off different perspectives and different different areas and how does it apply to different areas, not just this one thing. So I think homeschool kids are actually better off than school kids. That's in. So I personally think COVID is making parents not be so lazy and also making up like, let me learn my kid how the kid learns and how can I better assist them and be the best version of them. Because if you put them in a school, it's some skills that kid might have that they never really actually realize until they're adult or until they get in college. Well, it's like, well, it's kind of too late. I don't even know what to do now. I just need to get a check.
So what
it's
about
like 5 different ways of learning, and if you teach me in one way and I didn't get it, now I don't know it. But all you have to do is switch up the way you talk to the child, and they will get it.
So what about the parents that's not able to, to do that, to work from home,
because they
or to even teach them? What if they can't? What if they're not able? Like, sometimes a lot of women in certain circumstances where they got a lot of kids, they just, they out there.
What do you mean? What age child?
I'm just saying, younger kids, they're not able to help them do the things that y'all saying do.
Well, this
what would stop them? What would stop them? Right. Like what is the thing that would stop them?
People messed up all the time.
I'll say this: my mom worked 40 hours a week. My mom made sure she read with me 15 minutes a day. If I got some out the house, let's say this is some candy, she'd be like, "All right, it's $1, or this is 75 cents. You got $1. How much is gonna be?" That's it.
Like, that takes no time.
That takes no time.
It's
like
just,
if you talk to
it's
your
just
kids,
regular
it's a
life.
learning moment.
Like it was every little moment. Like,
yeah.
So even I work 40 hours a week. I can't be with Ari all day, every day. But I'm gonna make sure I read to her. I'm gonna make sure, all right, what letter is that on the wall? Like if she pick out a letter on my shirt.
Smart.
You know what I mean?
Just doing that, You just have to make everything a teachable moment intentionally.
Yeah.
You have to know intentionally I have to do this.
Because you still have to cook, you still have to clean, you still have to wash. So
and if they're doing that with you,
the stuff and saying the stuff that you're doing, if you're pouring the Thai up in the cup, you're saying this is 1 cup. See, look, but you're still doing it.
Exactly.
If you're still cooking, this is a cup. This is a stick of butter. Blah 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 blah. Like you're still doing the
Give
stuff.
me half that cup.
So it's not like you stopping to having to teach. You basically teaching them as you
in life. Because at the end of the day, they're going to need life skills.
Yep.
Life skills is what's going to
take
them
you
through.
basically
kind of
doubling
that
up.
you never use.
Right.
So you're teaching them a life skill and like the stuff that schools would technically be teaching them.
Let's just get one thing straight. I totally agree with everything y'all saying. I'm just asking these questions for people that may want to know.
Right. But I want to tell them they can. I don't even want to tell, especially
hearing y'all knowledge is dope.
When a parent might have like math issues themselves, like for division or multiplication, something like that, then okay, I understand that it could be a struggle. But 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
no excuse.
Simple, you know what I'm saying? It's just talk to them, basically.
I get
include them. They'll be fine.
Even with like driving, Ari be like, green light means go, red light means stop. And I'll be like, all right, which way is right? That way.
Right,
that way.
Exactly.
Yeah, I do that a lot
anyway. I feel like that's why most of everybody that was under like my grandpa and my grandma, most of us grew up to take like our own business route. Like most of us, we didn't go to college. Like we all kind of chose our own path and didn't like do the basic like 9 9 to 5 jobs. Like we all may have started off doing that, or we all did that and then found our own path. You know what I'm saying? Like our own side hustle because of that type of way that we were taught. You know what I'm saying? So how you start off teaching your kids with the schooling plus that separate life skill teaching, it plays a long-term role in that. You know what I'm saying? Like I can think back to like my grandpa teaching me right and left and sitting me on his lap and letting me drive. You know what I'm saying? And teaching me like it used to be a lady's garden that was next door to their house on 21st in Hampton, and we used to sneak and take what was the things? Rhubarbs, but there was a certain part up in the root that you couldn't eat. You know what I'm saying? Like it was a certain part that he showed me, like you got to cut this part off. You know what I'm saying?
You got to eat the red part, bro.
Yeah, like I was a little fat ass boy. I'd take that motherfucker straight out the dirt and eat the dirt with it. You know what I'm saying? But he taught me that.
Rhubarb. You just brought it back, bro.
Yeah.
You just brought that shit back. My great grandfather used to go out and back and
rinse
pull
it
that
off
shit.
and put a little salt on it. You know what I'm saying?
You just brought that shit
Yeah.
back, and then you eat the shit. You be like,
Yeah.
damn, what this? And he
Yeah.
used to snack on it.
Yep.
A fucking vegetable,
Yeah.
a snack,
Yeah. And then they would go back and
good snack.
then I would go to my nana house, and she had certain trees and stuff, and it was little stuff that looked like berries, but it was bad for you that you couldn't eat. So I would go over there trying to snack, and boy, you can't eat that. You know what I'm saying? So it's life skills, just learning like that.
We learned that shit in
You
the
know what I'm
hood
saying?
too.
Yeah.
Don't touch them berries. You're gonna break
Yep.
out.
Right.
Don't touch them.
Yep, that's the way it go.
Right.
Let's touch on one of your topics.
Oh, the difference in adjusting and evolving in a relationship.
Okay, what's the definition of adjustment? Look at it. I mean, I think I can speak on this a lot. So let me look up adjusting. So with evolving, I think that's you being the best version of yourself individually and collectively with that person and with yourself. Adjusting, I think that's the same thing as saying like people don't change, they modify. So you might modify for the situation.
Exactly.
Like let's say if I would have got with Bobby and I'd be like, okay, let me not eat meat when I'm with you, but let me go eat some bacon when I'm at work.
Yeah.
But evolving is actually, like I said, being the best version of yourself. Like, so for me and his relationship, at first I didn't know nothing. I was 23. I didn't trust nobody. I was hardened by love, this, that, and the third. And then over time, I actually started to learn to be vulnerable, started to be open to the idea that I can trust this person. And I also I can have my heart open, even if it's bad or good. So, yeah, I mean, I could go hours. I could go hours, but just being able to have that person and you and the person are on the same page too.
Mhm.
That y'all are on the same page and that, okay, I'm here. I need help with this. Cause I always used to say like, I need help. I like somebody teach me because I didn't know. I really felt like he was being my daddy at sometimes, but it was what I needed. And even though he not here physically, like for the rest of my life, that was foundation. That was fundamentals. Like to take that for the rest of my life, it's just like, that's true evolving. Like even though he's not here, like to still for me to evolve while I'm on this side and you can evolve on that side, I think that's dope as hell. I don't think most people even have those experiences. Even though it was only 3 years. It's gonna be 3 years in January. And to see the progress from myself, and you can even see it on our pictures. It was like crazy. You can see it in our faces that at least for me, like I allowed him to be a man. I allow myself to just fall back and be a woman.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's true involvement. I don't think most people even understand that or even realize that.
Can we get a round of
Yeah.
applause?
I was about to actually say that one more time.
That's what it's about right there.
Fall back and being a woman.
That's what it's about.
Because I used to be like a little dude. Like I used to be like he always used to say like you always what did he say like our horns are locked. Because I would just be like, well, I always got something to say. That's how I was raised. But you ain't gonna tell me to shut up. I ain't gonna be quiet. I'm gonna do what I want to do. But then eventually he
Dang.
told me one day, like,
She
I'm not happy
hot.
in this relationship. I was like, oh shit. Like, like I don't know what I'm doing. So when I
She
really
pie.
so
Yes.
I'm like real. I'm not big into Christianity, but I grew up on Christianity, and one like scripture that spoke was like 1 Corinthians 13. Love doesn't keep no record of wrong. It's not proud. It's not self-seeking. Da 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 da. But my issue was my pride. I was like, I ain't saying shit. Like I would not communicate or nothing. But when I eventually just say like, you know what, my bad. I fucked up. I'm sorry. Then that's when it just
That goes
it
back.
That's all it
Uh-huh.
takes.
Accountability. It goes
Right.
back to that.
because it was like I was allergic to the shit. Like
Yeah.
Right.
I feel like the difference in evolving and adjusting is when you evolve, you become, you know what I'm saying, and you willing to change with it. Like when you just like are letting something slide, but it still really bother you, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, damn, like I really don't like that this motherfucker do this, but I'm just gonna go ahead and take it. That's like, all right, cool. But like when you are trying to grow with that person, you know what I'm saying, and you can get a full understanding of something in the way that they are, and you get it. You know what I'm saying? Like you naturally got it for yourself. It's not because it's forced or you're doing it for them. You know what I'm saying? Versus you just taking it because I look at if you are just adjusting, I feel like that's kind of like you settling. You know what I'm saying? I feel like if you like growing and changing with them, it's like you just becoming one. You know what I'm saying? And it's like a natural thing that you're doing with that person. It's not like you're doing it for them.
Right. And you have to give yourself time in the beginning to make sure you are compatible with that person to be
Exactly.
able to be on board with making those changes. Because you can't just up and start adjusting for anybody. So it
Exactly.
still won't work if you're not compatible.
Exactly. And you got to know if a person is even worth you even starting to even think about making them changes for. You know what I'm saying?
it just sounds like, see the whole picture, like see the whole big picture. Like when you see this person, over here doing what they're supposed to do, you see this, you doing what you're supposed to do. Is it in the betterment of what the goal is, and I mean, and also just teamwork, because I was Team Ashley all day. I was always about if the rug get pulled up under me, like I got to make sure I'm straight.
Self-preservation.
Right. And a little bit you got to die to that. Like you have to not saying when you got to die to that, it's not saying that don't be prepared if anything don't happen, but it's okay at the end of the day.
You got to have faith.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
And trust. Because at the end of the day, it's trust. I believe it's communication and trust.
Definitely.
If you can trust the person, you communicate, and vice versa, it will work.
Right.
Yep.
And you got to be willing to just put in the effort. If somebody's saying like, "Hey, you are doing this," then you be like, "You know what? Let me go back and reflect and sit back down. And like, is that what I'm doing?" And then come back to the drawing board.
Yep.
And it's important for you not to be just listening to what somebody says. If you're sitting back watching them, they're actually showing you something.
It got to be reciprocated. You know what I'm saying?
They're showing you. They're just not saying some words to you.
That's what I be missing.
Yep.
It got to back it up. Like I'll say with Bobby, he ain't really say much. It was just getting done.
Yep.
Like once it got done, like what do I got to say?
Right.
Like
right.
I better act right.
Yep.
What is I'm getting all my needs met on all levels.
Yep.
It was like the problem, so you better figure
Right.
out. The big picture is like, okay, we gonna buy a house, we're gonna sell this house, we're gonna get married, have kids. Then what is stopping me in the background? Because my ego, my pride, or
Right.
So
Yeah.
Yep. That pride, the motherfucker.
it is.
Yep.
You'll eat you up. You be by yourself.
Yep.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts on that, Nick?
I can't speak on too much involvement because I'm too focused right now on like myself and my kids. Like I'm not even in the same aura with no person other than me and my kids right now. Like I gotta evolve myself first.
And you are still super
Man.
super young, and that's a part of it. You know what I'm saying? Growing, because you got to know everything that you want first before you could even open up to even having them thoughts.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So yeah, you definitely are on the right path.
Because either you find yourself with somebody and have all these different problems doing it, or you find yourself before you get to somebody and you can just have smooth sailing.
Yep.
Exactly.
And I would rather figure me out first by
Right.
myself
Right.
instead of doing it with somebody
too.
else. Yep.
That's right.
Straight up.
I just
Right.
wanted to say, in my past or kind of like now too, I did a lot of adjusting, but now that I'm getting a little older and wiser, I know evolving is more better like in life. Try to work as a team
Mm-hmm.
That's what it's
and
about.
knock some goals down.
That's what it's about.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. I think that's a lot of things that's wrong with some of these relationships now because a lot of people are just adjusting for the time being,
Right.
not really trying to change and be a selfless person. It takes a lot for that shit to happen.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? But some people just stuck in their ways. And
Yeah.
that's why they always be in the situation that they're in because they have a problem with evolving.
Yep. And a lot of y'all stupid ass is adjusting just to look cool on social media,
Right.
and y'all
Right.
shit is.
Oh, see, we
fucked
ain't
up.
want to do that.
Right.
But, hey, but
We
we
ain't
gonna
wanna
say
do
that,
that.
for a different pod.
Oh.
You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Because
That's a
y'all
hot
don't
one.
want me to get into that, you miserable motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Hey, so we're gonna go back
Yes,
to another quick hit. This is one of mine. Are you able to tell your spouse that you don't like a gift? Me personally, I've never done it, but if you know me, you know I'm extremely blunt. But that's been one of the things that I've been able to tone me being blunt on down. But I feel now that I am knocking on 40's door. You know what I'm saying? I always watch my grandpa be super duper blunt about everything, and I feel like he would want me to start being blunt. You know what I'm saying? Not saying that my spouse has done that, but I feel like if that happens, I feel
Yeah.
like, you know what I'm saying, I would be able to say, you know what, this was very, very thoughtful and nice, but I'm not feeling this. So I think moving forward, if that was to ever happen in my life, I would feel comfortable saying that. And I got a dope ass spouse, so I don't think she would. I think she would be salty, but I don't think she would be like super duper overly offended to the point where it'd be like no big argument. You know what I'm saying? And she'd be super duper crushed.
I think I could speak on that. Now, I would definitely, because I'm honest and I think my personality is like I rib a lot and stuff. So I'd be like, look at this little ugly, you know, whatever. But I still wear it. It ain't like, you know what I'm saying? If it's thoughtful or whatever, I would still wear it. Or, well, depending on what it is, I'll probably wear it around the house or something like that. But other than that, like, that's my personality, to be real honest anyway. So you'll know if I don't like something, definitely. So it'll just be.
But you would say it like in the moment, like.
Yeah, because I mean, I can't, for some reason, I can't stop my mouth when I see it. So, like, but it's just, you know, I mean, people gotta, when they in a relationship with me, they know that I'm super honest like that. So they probably wouldn't be offended by it. They'll just be like, oh, damn, like, you know,
Gotta do
whatever.
better.
Yeah.
Won't do that again, you know?
I feel like as grown-ups, like if I keep saying exactly what I want and you detour from that, like
Now
you
wanna
tripping.
argue.
You know what I'm
Yeah, you wanna
saying?
argue.
It's like you basically saying, I don't give a fuck
Yeah.
what it is you want. Like
Exactly.
I'm just not doing that. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I don't have that problem right now because she asked what I want. I get it. But if that was to ever happen, I don't think I just accept the gift.
Yeah.
Because it's all about the thought that matters. So if you feel I like you ask, and if you never see it, then that will tell you. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't gotta really say shit. You just gonna be like, "What that one shirt?" I'm like, "What shirt?"
Yeah.
The one I got you with. Oh shit! And then
you should
that
know
lets
your
you know.
partner if they gonna like it or not.
If I put that shit on, or if you don't smell it and all that shit, nigga, that's why. I take it though. Thank you. It was a thought.
See, I ain't never had that problem because I don't like surprises. So I usually know what I'm getting and I'm satisfied with it. Like I don't like surprises.
I feel you on that shit.
I didn't have that issue. If I would say like this necklace is weird, like I told him buy this necklace, and he got this necklace, and well, he wouldn't ask me for stuff, but I was surprised him, and he was blown back a little bit, so I was good. Like I never had that issue.
Yeah. What's your thoughts on that? Amy?
I'm super appreciative. Like, I never had an issue with that because I always had nice gifts.
Yeah.
Like some of them were like really thoughtful. Like I remember would give me like one Chris. I don't know if it was a Christmas Valentine's, maybe Valentine's Day. How he just picked all because you know I am about pictures. He got me a calendar made, and for every month, that picture just went with that month. It could have been like a birthday or something like that. Or, it was me, him, and the kids. They just picked my favorite pictures out,
Mhm.
and he got me a calendar made. And it was so thoughtful. And so, you know, other times it could be like jewelry or something like that. So I think because it was mixed with both, that everyone was just good for me because it was just like not.
You never knew what to
They never,
expect.
yeah, because I'm like a real, you know, I'm kind of person that you really thought about something, like see you put thought in it. I like that better than just you going to buy something. Like I hate when people say, "What do you want?" Like you should know me good enough to say, you know what, she like to go to this place.
Mhm.
You know, she like to do this, that. So I just like really simple stuff.
Okay, so you saying so we know you don't eat meat. So if a nigga was dating you and was like, okay, we going on a date and took you and y'all pull up to House of Meats and Eats and ain't shit there but big slabs of ribs and bacon bits and shit, and you would be like, oh, this is so thoughtful. Let me just order some water.
That's a place. That'd be my opportunity to say, like, now I can't order from him here because you know I don't eat.
Yeah,
That's not a gift.
that's not a
But you would be
gift.
pissed though.
No,
I
I
would
wouldn't.
looking like you must not know me. I'll think it all.
Right.
I look at the whole situation.
Like, were you listening at
Yeah,
all?
that's right. That's
Did you read anything, fool? You big
We're
dummy.
awareness about that you let him know what to do at all.
I've been told
But
your
if he
big stupid
came
ass.
with a gift card to that, then you would probably stop dating him.
I probably talk to him about it.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
You
if
do
you
it
really
again.
liked him.
It's like, you know, it depends
Yeah,
on
give him a
what-
warning.
Whatever else you got going on, but like if you're already doing crazy stuff and you did that, then probably so. But I'm just saying, like they can have other things.
Yeah, he probably was going through something when he told him.
To him, like, do you realize what you did? Because you wasted your money.
Okay.
And I will
We
say,
get
I'll
that.
be nervous about gifts. Like when people say that they got me a gift, I'll be very nervous because I'm so honest. You know, so I will say if something ugly or not. So I definitely be nervous. I would rather take money because
Get
I can
Asia a
get my
gift
own
card.
stuff. You know, like
just
Money
say,
is so impersonal.
You
It's
say that
not-
all
No,
the
it's
time,
not.
but I
Money
be
is
so
a beautiful
scared.
gift.
I like money.
I love
Everybody
money.
like money.
I
Like
love
that's
money.
crazy.
It's bills in this world. It's kids in this world. A lot of them
Yeah.
and stuff. And
And all of the stuff that
yeah,
I
you
want,
never
like,
go wrong
money can
sending a
get
nigga a
it.
couple hours.
But I think
Yeah.
it's still more thoughtful to say, okay, I'm going to give this person $50, but instead of giving $50, call up the Sprint and pay the bill and be like, your phone bill is paid. It's still more thought into that. You still gave the money,
But what
but
if
now
they,
you don't have to spend the money on your phone bill, but you still put
Like,
thought
no,
into
they
it.
can hold, they can wait for a couple days and then I pay them. Like, let me
Yeah.
get that 50. I could
Yeah,
have.
people feel better about choosing what it is they want to do with
They
it.
can wait 7 to 10 days after the bill date. I got that. I get paid that
now is
day.
it thoughtful if you ask the person like, all right, do you want money or do you want a gift? I think that's thoughtful.
Yeah.
Like if you say you
Well,
want,
I have given that choice too.
I think if you
That's
give a
cool.
person a choice, like, and you know they might take the money, well, you gave them the option and you
Yeah.
thinking about them.
Let's just say if you pay a motherfucker bill, you love their
yeah.
ass.
Yeah.
Cause I ain't paying nobody
Because
bill.
I'm saying, what if you were going to give them like $100, but then you just called it to the table,
Let them
help
spend that
payment?
on what they
Right.
want to spend it on. That's
Yeah.
they hundred. That's they
You know, I
hundred.
thought, you know, I just really try to do
Because
it.
I
Maybe they
might
just-
listen. I might pay the little minimum balance I could pay and go out to eat.
Yeah,
the rest of that
yeah.
for my haircut.
You know you gotta flex for the one time.
Right.
I'll take you on a
So
little
then
date.
I did a good job because I'll pay the bill because you shouldn't be trying to wait 7 to 10 days. You should be paying that bill on time.
No,
I can use that.
That ain't your job.
I can
Auntie.
use that different.
See, that's that auntie mindset.
I could
No,
put 30
no.
over here and I could be like, yeah, I'm finna go get
'Cause
cut.
what-
No, that's just
You know
Because
what
if
I'm
it's a
saying?
gift,
Give me
like
a
you
little
can't-
LS.
That's
Yeah.
they get whatever they do.
Gotta
with
have
it,
a
you gave it
LS.
to me. You
Can
can't
I?
say like
Yeah.
give it back to me. 'Cause
Right.
You didn't spend it right.
Kim, you
Like-
can't take that from the man though. He gotta be able to get his LS. He gotta be able to, you know what the LS is,
So,
right?
no, they don't know what the aligning in the shirt.
You gotta get a
Bring-
liner and then
bring
get
a
you a
nigga
new
back.
shirt.
Hey,
Cause you know you got your new shirt on, you good. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta let him
So
do
what if
that.
somebody wants to give you $100 and then go to your barber and say, here, I want to pay for
No, cause we ain't getting the same haircut all the time. We get a full cut, then we get a line in, then we get a full, like we can't pay out like
Sometimes
that.
I
Then
might
when he
just
go
want to
back, he
tape.
might have a balance.
Yeah,
Right. Ain't no credit with no barber and shit.
Can I say something real quick? like this pod has been very lit so far, and I was wondering if all three of y'all could come back like for like a continuation.
Hell
like,
yeah.
Like, man, like I'm learning so much shit over here. I'm
Yeah,
listening.
they come
Like,
back.
man, like,
By June energy in here. That's what it's
Man.
about, man.
amen.
Do y'all not know he used to come to the house and be like, first of all, you know he ain't never on time. So he used to call me, be like, okay, you gonna be here at 5:30? I was like, yeah, I'll be there at 5:30. I know what time it is. And then he will just like put it on the TV, like, all right, you see how like you see they flow, like the chemistry is good, like talking through the whole thing. He enjoyed that.
That's what's
He
up,
enjoyed
man.
that podcast.
That's what's up, man. That makes me feel real good that he really did enjoy it
He
like
did.
that for real.
Anything
He's a
that he gonna
potter.
be on time for, he loved it. Cause
He was on time.
Man.
He was here. He
Like
was
for
here.
real.
Now that y'all
would be
said
an
that, he
hour
was
late
actually
to
here.
everything.
Yeah.
He loved it. Like
Not a minute
he
late.
loved it.
Like,
He loved it. He was like, do y'all see? Like he would ask me, like, you see that growth? Like, you know, he liked it. Like
Yeah.
he loved it.
Yeah.
That's what's up, man. I appreciate
Shout
that.
out to Cuz. We
That shit just feel good hearing that. Know
we
what I'm
sure
saying?
miss
Yeah.
that boy.
Yeah.
Straight up.
That shit
Straight
feel
up.
good as fuck.
He just called Joe Budden to go to potting or something like that.
Mhm.
When Pooh said something.
Here we go, man.
The last
Yeah, they see
thing
him
that
on my mic.
he ended up seeing, one of the funniest things that we laughed at, Joe Budden was on live and I made a comment and pissed him off, and he read my comment and said something slick to me. So then I sent a screenshot of it to Bobby Jr. and Bobby Jr. was like, leave him alone. You know what I'm saying? Laughing about it. And that shit was funny. You know what I'm saying? So definitely.
The last thing I said to my brother, he FaceTimed me from my card, and he had a bonnet on, and I was like, "What the fuck is your ass doing with a bonnet on?"
Y'all hate that body. I like that body.
He just started smiling. He was like, my daughter was like, "Girls wear bonnets. Girls wear bonnets." He was like, "Nope, and aunties do too." And I was cracking up because he used to always answer the phone looking stupid. I'm like, "Why do you got that bonnet on? It's always something stupid on."
Yeah. To know him is to love him, most definitely. Most
Yeah.
definitely. You got both of yours about the way?
No, is it P turn or mine?
P got
It's
you
P
got
turn.
one more?
yeah, I got one more.
Okay. Go ahead with that P.
How do y'all feel about these jobs being mandated to take the COVID test, or are they gonna get fired?
I'm right out the door almost.
I feel like it's fucked up, and I feel like that should just be turning people on to entrepreneurship. You know what I'm saying?
I think people should have
And doing more research into the COVID shit, like, because I never get the COVID test. I mean, not the COVID test, but the COVID shot, the vaccine.
I think people should have a choice.
These
Yeah.
vaccines,
They
all of the
killing
other
people.
ones take 25 to 30 years to even get right, and y'all did this shit in months. And trying to give it to people, like, that's
Mhm.
bullshit.
$100 gift card for this, for that. Like, why?
Yeah.
Like y'all
Is
giving
that
out
serious?
chicken, like, you know what I'm saying? In some states, y'all last trying to give out weed, like whatever the
Yeah.
niggas
They-
like. You know,
They
what I'm
offered
saying?
a $100 incentive at my job. I was like, it's gonna be in 20s. I won't mind in singles. I want to throw it.
This is what I would say, because I am an entrepreneur, so I'm very blessed that I don't have to deal with that. But I do also think that it should be a good balance, you know, in life, that not everybody is meant to be a boss. So
Mhm.
I do think that we still need to be having people who willing to be good workers and stuff like that,
Mhm.
because it's not a lot of people who could, like, it's a lot of people who done started businesses and they can't do it.
Yeah.
Can't do it.
They don't, it's not in them, and it's hard for them to have that longevity and stuff like that, because they just trying to do it for Instagram, or just trying to do it just to say that they done it. So I think it should be a good balance up in that.
Exactly.
But as far as the vaccine, I'm not taking it, so I'm just blessed that I got that choice to say I don't have to if I don't want to.
Everybody should have a
I
choice.
think it's
For sure.
should be a
Amen.
personal choice.
Definitely.
Good for people who want to, good for people who don't. That's
Yeah.
what I think.
And I do think with this,
definitely
with piggybacking off what you said, Asia, like I don't think everybody should be an entrepreneur, but I do think Black folks as a whole should just have like a crowd, like crowdfunding. Like if we can create, even like if it's a Black Wall Street, even if you can create, like
Yeah.
if we can create our
Mhm.
own structures or infrastructures, then what the hell they gonna say? It's gonna
Right.
be regulated, yeah, by the government. But if you go, hey, we're gonna do 100 employees and less, all right, then we're gonna do 99. If we
Right,
go,
right,
if
yeah.
somebody could be a school, like Kim, you are an educator. You do that, and we have a school system. All right, we don't got to get no shots for that. It don't got.
Yeah.
It's probably not gonna be
Man.
accredited under the American
Right.
government, but your
We
kids know how to
definitely
read.
had one.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did.
We did have one, but white people, they fucked it up, they burnt it down and all that, but that's a whole different pod.
Yeah, because
Mm.
what a lot of people don't understand is if you're not a good worker, you wouldn't be a good boss either. Because one thing I will say is every job that I did have, my managers loved me. Any job that my brother had, I remember we was working at H.H. Gregg together. They loved him, and all he was doing was moving boxes, you know, and that was it. And if you're not a good worker, you can't be a good boss, because then what if everybody calls sick that day? You know what I'm saying? Like, what are you gonna do?
Mm-hmm.
You gotta work.
I agree.
So
I agree.
That's very important.
Yeah.
Straight up.
Gotta have that work ethic behind you.
Mm-hmm.
Most definitely. I learned that at a young age. You know what I'm saying? You get in, you get out whatever you put in. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
That's
So
right.
if you work hard, you go harder than the average or what it is that they think that you're going to do, because they are expecting you to do the bare minimum. If you go up and beyond, well, I can't say that for every job, but if you have a job that's of quality where they are going to look at you and be grateful for you doing that, it's going to come with some perks. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
yeah, straight up.
Mm-hmm.
So to conclude, I just want everybody to go around the table and share
That's time.
their most fondest
That's time.
yeah, it's gonna be 7:30.
Oh, cool. We'll say
Yeah.
that other one for the next one.
Yeah. I want everybody to go around and just share one of their most fondest memories of Bobby Jr. Bobby Jr.
It's too many, bro.
right.
It's too
I
many.
can start like
I'm like,
Or it don't even have to be a certain memory, but just one of the things, one of the qualities of his life
Yeah.
that stick out
That's a lot.
to you.
I said,
I was gonna say, I'm gonna say too. I love the way that he can have me laughing from
Yes.
the time that he steps in my face. Like it could be an hour later, he will not let up. Like I used to be looking like you're not getting no money for this. Like this is not a comedy show. Like stop now because my stomach is hurting. I'm gonna
Right.
pop you if you keep going. I said, "Stop." Like he just would not let up. So that was just like the thing that I miss most, because that child will laugh. That's why he laughing or smiling so hard on all his pictures, because he just was always laughing and smiling. It took a lot for him to be in a different space, and he did not like being in another space. You get him in a space where he's not feeling like something is funny, or
He
you
not
know,
gonna be there.
yeah, he's not gonna be there. He gonna get
Yeah.
his stuff out. But the other thing was is watching him with Izzy.
Oh
Just
yeah.
I mean, just to watch a dad, like my dream dad that I just think about, like for black boys to have. He would I would just sit back and watch him. I just have so many videos to this day, pictures that to this day he never knew that I even had. I thought I was taking the videos because one day he'll find my phone and he'll see all these videos, but he never got a chance to see the videos. But to watch him father was just like, when you say the epitome of a dad. Now, this is not for social media. This is not even for me. I got to be peeping around the corner to watch, like, or listen. I'm like, is this really happening? Every little thing was a teachable moment. I don't care if it was how you drink out of a cup, or how you make a smoothie, or how you jump. It didn't matter what it was. He made everything a teachable moment, to the point that sometimes I was thinking, like, is he gonna be thinking like, do we have to do all this every time I come over? Like is that necessary for every little thing I do? So he just like over-fathered him. He just made it fun for him. He made everything educational for him. He made everything like meaningful for him. Like nothing, everything was intentional. His every step was easy. From the time he picked him up to the time he saluted him when he left him every time was intentional.
Mhm.
So that was probably the best thing. And then he fathered as long as he could, because up under situations that he couldn't really father the way he wanted to. You had a bitter baby mamas, but outside of that, when he was able to get them, and he did what he was supposed to do. It's just unfortunate that he had to be limited to that, and nobody but Izzy will suffer from that, because it could have been a lot more he took with him, but he did all that he could do as much as he could.
That's some bullshit, man.
Yeah,
I can't stand her, motherfucker.
Right, exactly. That's what I say too.
For real.
Ash, you wanna go next?
Oh, I got a lot. You said one quality, or
Or qualities.
the one that always stand out to me is his brain. Like no, he can run circles around everybody, anybody. Like in a debate, and just analyzing, just seeing the full big picture. Like what I'm gonna miss is I can't even just call him like, what do you think? Like, like, what do you think about this?
Right.
Even if it's an idea, he be like, you got plenty of ideas. I was like, I know, but which one make most sense right now at this moment? Just his love, his protection, just how he, like his fatherhood for sure. Because with Ari, it was like including her as his daughter from the jump, and always was a we. It was never about a I, a me. What can I get from you? It was just like, how can we do this? How can we do that? I mean, I could go on and on, but basically, his brain, his spirit, his brain, spirit, his presence, and all those three is what make him him. So those are his best to me. So yeah.
Now I do want to go back to Ari too. I want to go back as far as, but it's under fatherhood. The way that I was able to watch him, father her.
He met her at 6 months too. So
Yeah, he met her at 6 months. But how I was just so proud of him because it could have been plenty of times where it could have been like, Mom. And then tell me something like maybe he's not feeling like maybe Ashley left her here with me or anything like that. He totally embraced, like if they go
that's so
somewhere
true.
and if maybe Ashley want a babysitter, he'd be like, she can go with us. Like, why are you stopping and thinking that we need a babysitter? She's able to go with us. So he just stepped in a father role
Effortless,
almost
easy.
better than a father would to a child.
He did. Not her
You know,
dad.
it was just like he overcompensated to make sure that he did everything that he could. I think he probably even gave Ari more because he was there with her every day.
Yeah.
So he had that ability to let his fatherhood build. So that was just amazing. I was like, even if it was halfway taken away from what Izzy, at least I was able to see him as a full-time father. Like him, he enjoyed being a father. Like he really
did.
liked to be in that position. Like I've been waiting all my life to be able to do this with some kids. Like
Right.
so he really got that chance to do that every day. And so I'm so happy he got a chance to do that.
Yeah.
Dope.
Yeah.
P.
Mine was at Greg House for Grayson's birthday this year. We was waiting on Bobby Jr. to pull up. He took forever to pull up, but he finally
As
pulled
usual,
up.
in true
And
Bobby
me,
Jr. fashion.
I was waiting to smoke. I'm like, Bobby Jr., where you at? He's like, I'm like 5 minutes away. But he really was like about 25 minutes away, which was cool. I waited. I rolled the blunt up, waited. And then when he finally got there, we still didn't get to smoke right away because we had to wait on Greg. So now me and Bobby Jr., we talking, he rolling up. Like what Greg doing? Like Greg, you just sitting at the table, basically.
It was the Hornitos, man. When that drink get a hold of your
Forgot
motherfucking
about
ass,
that.
you
He's
used
not
to.
used to waiting on nobody. He always the
Yeah,
one
yeah.
the last
Right.
one. So
Yeah.
he always look like,
So
where
I
is
was
Greg?
like,
it was the
Greg, come on. Yeah, but yeah, the Hornitos. I forgot about that. But yeah, I remember that. And we finally smoked, and it was just a great time. We got to see the boys play football. Grayson, Izzy, King, Devin. It was quite a few boys there for the after party. And we just had a good time. And
I'm so happy he came because he was on his way there and he was like telling me he was dropping you off or something, right? Or
I had to drop him off there. I don't know. I don't remember how, but I remember I had dropped him off there and I left. I can't remember.
Right, and I
But
was
something
like,
like
Bobby
that.
Jr.
got your daughter.
yeah,
Sure.
something happened. And I was like, don't go over Greg's house. I was like, he probably tired from the party. He probably don't want people over there. He was like,
yeah.
Ma, I'm
I'm
going
glad
over
he
there.
came.
Like, don't worry
They
about
was
it.
playing football.
He was determined
Yeah.
to go over there.
He
Tonight.
pulled up, yeah.
Yeah.
He pulled up.
Man,
He was looking like, I'm
Right.
going.
He was like,
I
should I
was
drop
okay.
my lady and my? I was like, no, I'll bring them. The kids here.
Yeah.
They outside playing.
Yeah.
So yeah. One of
Yeah.
my
but he definitely pulled up.
Yeah.
one of my moments, man. It's too many. Playing a video game.
Yeah.
I was actually starting the lobby and his name popped up. You know what I mean? And I just clicked his name just for the hell of it. You know what I'm saying? I knew he wasn't gonna answer it. But if I was on, like, I got NBA 2K.
Yeah.
Because remember a time when a 2K came out with me and he was at my house for a long fucking time. You called me, you was like, Greg, really? All day? A video game? I was like, yeah, he's sitting right here playing. Like, I mean, we was actually just sitting there going at it, playing the same game all day.
Yeah.
I told him I got it, and he said, come get me. And I went and picked him up, and we was playing a video game all day. Like, it's just that little cousin thing that I'm gonna miss with him. You know what I'm saying? Like, the singing and playing all the time that we used to do.
Right.
All of it. It's hard to. It's so many different ones.
Greg,
Too many.
what you say? He said when it was time to go home.
What you mean?
When he was like, "Come on, Bobby Jr. to take you home."
Man, what did he say?
He's like, "Man, for real?" Or?
He was like, he was like, Like she really called you, dude? I'm like, yeah, she called. I was like, yeah, come on, bro. Your mama says it's time for you to go home. Like he was upset about it.
Yeah.
So that was back in 2007. Though.
Yeah.
So it was a while ago. He was still a young one.
Yeah.
But it's a lot. The pod when he came here, like to the way that he fit in, I'm saying it was like a hand in glove. When he
Yeah.
sat right there, he was himself. Like
Yeah.
I couldn't believe it. He was a natural.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna
Most
miss him a
definitely.
lot. That is just it's too many that I can think about.
Yeah.
Too many.
And y'all got to know that Perry and Greg, they was around Bobby Jr. since he was 3,
Yeah.
4 years old. So
He would
that's
come to the
they-
sleepovers. I mean, he would play with, he would laugh at us playing. Like he
Yeah.
couldn't play with us because he was too little,
Right.
but he would laugh at every dumbass thing that we
Right,
did,
right,
like
exactly.
fall hard as a
He
bitch.
literally thought that y'all was his human toys.
Right,
Like,
right.
he just thought y'all was the funniest niggas.
That's
Right,
my dude.
his whole
yeah.
life.
Kim, I don't know if you remember, but your nephew right there on the side of you, he would leave us at your house and he'd be back in his bed. We'll still be down there with Bobby Jr. though.
Really?
Yep.
A lot of
I know.
times.
I know.
Dang, he used to just leave you out there with him.
You too.
Yo ass too.
Yeah.
If I had to go run and do something, I'd be like, y'all watching.
Yeah, we'll just be there.
You're right.
But I'm talking about the part like when we'll wake up
with
and
the
you'll be
dogs.
gone.
With the
Yeah.
dogs, right?
Yeah.
Hell yeah,
Abby
used
and
to do that
Rusty.
shit. I remember that.
Okay, 2 things I'm gonna say is the fact that me and my brother was 2 totally different people, like we exact opposites, but we kind of the same. So with everything, like with me liking long hair, lashes, and nails and stuff like that, he'd be like, you such a rat. You such a fucking rat or whatever. And then when he wanted to argue with me, I used to be like, I'm not about to argue with you. So me and him was both the same with being headstrong.
Yeah.
You know, so we got into it really, really bad all the time, but not got into it, you know, it's just like siblings, whatever. But we would get into it because we was 2 totally different people, but we were still the same in so many ways, just being you know, just headstrong. So we will butt heads a lot. But we definitely, so I'm gonna miss like going to war with the world about them.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be that. What else? Probably the fact that me and him connected over music, if anything.
Yeah.
We didn't connect, literally didn't see eye to eye on anything else at all besides music.
I
So-
love age, not to cut you off. I used to love when he used to be like, you know, me and my sister don't get along, but like she could sing. I remember when we went up to Lake Geneva, she was like, she sing, listen. I was like, oh, look at you looking like a big. That was like, that was so, it was cute to me.
He said what?
He was like you was singing. He was like, oh, listen to her sing. She's not gonna. He said she's not gonna sing.
And
like-
he used to do that all the
That was
time,
so
like
cute to me.
be sneaking around the corner listening, and then
Mhm.
we'd just start busting out singing. That's the
Mhm.
only thing that we agreed on, because everything else it was just totally different.
Mhm.
So we never agreed on nothing, but I was always willing to go up ahead with anybody with him about him or whatever the case may be, and he was the same way about me. So that's what I'm gonna miss, definitely.
For sure, man.
I probably got thousands of stories, but one that sticks out, how many years apart is we? By June 28th. So yeah, all of the men in our family is 7 years apart, damn near. So I had to be at this time. Our June had to be about 5, and I had to be 12. I don't know where we was at. It had to be somewhere because we was in the ghetto. It had to be.
Oh, y'all get it together.
It had to be.
5 and 12.
It had to be at the time where you had PJ and them.
Oh, okay.
So all of the kids, you know, ghetto kids, they always know how to flip off all type of crazy shit, garbage cans, roofs, and all this shit, mattresses, and these niggas going crazy, doing like 15 flips in the air at one time, just landing. And he just sitting there looking sad, looking like, damn, I wish I could do this shit. So I'm sitting there just looking guilty because I know my fat ass ain't finna flip off. So I'm like, okay, how can I fix this? So I'm like, by June, I'm like, I could hold your hands you can run up my stomach and then you could be doing the flips too.
Oh my God.
So he like, huh? So then he running up me, flipping, and then he flipping and doing the flips, but I'm still holding his
Right.
hand. But every time he doing it, I'm geeking him up like, "Ooh, you cold," you know what I'm saying? So like I'm flipping him and doing all of the flips,
Right,
but
right.
he getting geeked like thinking he doing it. So like from that moment, I'm just like, whatever I got to do to make him think that
Right.
he's doing that shit.
Yeah.
And he was like geek, like, so he just thought that was the norm. He like, come on, Pooh, like, you know what I'm saying? So his ass had my shirt dirty as hell, pants dirty as hell, and whenever we would like go outside and play, like he always wanted to do that. You know what I'm saying? And that was just like the big brother role that I just knew that I had to take with him. You know what I'm saying?
This fucking Nat is.
And I was honored.
This motherfucker is
And
aggressive.
I was honored to take that role. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I miss my cousin. I love my cousin. You know what I'm saying? And we gonna go ahead and end it on that. Long live by June.
For sure,
You know
man.
what I'm
Long
saying?
live our
Love you, Bobby Jr.
Love, bro. Love.